Today it's politics, US politics to be precise. Good morning, my name is Ket, and today I will submit that Paul and Paul are a little bit warped. The current elected king of KFC, Kentucky Senator Rand Paul, and former presidential candidate Ron Paul have both signed a document titled The Technology Revolution, A Campaign for Liberty Manifesto. Oh, hang on, this wasn't the punchline. And I quote, "This is what the technology revolution looks like. New innovators create vast new markets where none existed previously. Individual genius enabled by truly free market. The internet represents routes around obsolete and ineffective government attempts at control. The arrogant attempts of governments to centralize, intervene, subsidize, micromanage, and regulate innovation is scoffed and ignored. The revolution is occurring around the world. It's occurring in the private sector, not the public sector." End quote. Fine. Okay, I disagree, but fine. So yeah, matter of opinion is a matter of opinion, but not facts. And a discussion regarding good, bad, poor, and mostly lazy opinions have a tendency to end in bloodshed. According to their manifesto, I am part of the internet collectivists. According to the Pauls, I am a master at hijacking the language of freedom and liberty, and I push for more centralized control? What? Paul and Paul also have a tendency to rewrite our dictionary. Example, openness, slang for more government control. Net neutrality, slang for government acting as arbiter and enforcer of what it deems to be neutral. Internet freedom, slang for destruction of property rights. Yeah, no way, totally no, totally no. Why? Well, this manifesto describes two sides of the same coin from which I can choose. I am either part of the collective, prepared to be assimilated cause, heck, this system is just like, wow, look at it, or I am part of the libertarian strike force that fight for the right to innovate. It's an American stance on solving a problem. You are either part of the problem or part of the solution. Let's look at the definition of a couple of those words. Openness. And I quote Wikipedia here. Openness is the quality of being open. It sometimes refers to a very general philosophical position from which some individuals and organizations operate, often highlighted by a decision-making process recognizing the communal management by distributed stakeholders, like users, producers, contributors, etc., rather than a centralized authority, owners, experts, boards of directors, etc., etc., etc. I challenge Paul and Paul to edit that Wikipedia page if it doesn't fit their definition of what openness really means. The definition of net neutrality is as follows. No ISP or government is allowed to tamper with the internet traffic you, your customers, or any other company generates. All companies that operate on the internet will be on a level playing field, and success, which technically translates in more traffic, will be treated exactly the same by all ISPs. Internet freedom is the freedom to create, post, use, and distribute information like I'm doing right now. Regarding property rights, if you make your product publicly available for millions, you do not need to charge $50 for a project. For instance, a video game. It will be financially viable if you charge a mere $10. Well, the same goes for music, movies, and comedy. Hey, Paul and Paul, ever heard of Louis C.K.? Paul and Paul were right about one thing, though. Innovation is not privy to those who have already made it. But an individual who is talented should be rewarded for their work if, and this is the catch, the public wants to support it by spending their money on it.